Hello friends, welcome back to our channel. So today we'll discuss about one more iterative statements in R programming, that is a while loop. So in our previous session we have discussed about the for loop, right? So now we'll see the while loop. So whatever the loop it is, while or for loop, so the same set of instructions are being executed multiple times is called the loop or iterative statements. So every time the set of instructions are being executed is called as an iteration. So all these things we have discussed in our previous session. So if the instructions are executed 5 times, we call it as a 5 iterations, right? So here the question is, after finite number of instructions, after finite number of iterations, the loop should be terminated. That means the control will come out from the loop. And if that doesn't happen, the complete process may lead to infinite loop. That means always the same set of instructions will be executed repeatedly. So for the implementation of this while loop or for loop, the 3 things should be focused. The first one, loop variable initialization. Loop variable initialization. So we need to initialize a loop variable, okay, to perform in the iterations. So that means assigning an initial value to the variable. And then we need to focus on condition. So we should write the condition very carefully, because this condition is mainly used to terminate the loop, okay, to stop the iterations. So if the condition is not written properly, the instructions will be keep on executed. That means it may lead to the infinite loop. So the instructions will be get executed until this condition becomes false. And the third one, updation. So the third one is updation of loop variable. Updation of loop variable. So after every iteration, this loop variable should be updated. It may be incremented or decremented, but that updation should be done. Okay, so for both the iterative statements, for loop or while loop, we have to follow the same thing. And this is also called as entry controlled loop. Entry controlled loop. Because before entering into the body, before the control goes to the instructions of the while loop, the condition will be verified. And if the condition is true, then only the control will enter into the loop. So at the beginning itself, we are checking the condition. So that's why we call it as an entry control loop. So the syntax for a while loop is, we have to use a keyword called while and followed by the condition, and we need to write a condition, and this condition can be a simple condition or a compound condition. So if it is a simple condition, we are going to use the relational operators, and if it is a compound condition, we are going to use some logical operators, right? And curly braces, and here you need to write the statements. You need to write the statements, and here we need to give the initialization. Initialization. So if you write this initialization inside the while loop, so if for every iteration the value will be initialized to same initial value, right? So initialization should be done above the while loop. So before control entering into the while loop, and after that we have to write down the while condition and statements, and after that we need to write the updation. So this is the syntax of while loop. And the first step is this one, and second step is a condition, and the third step statements, and the fourth step updation, and the fifth step is condition. Again it will check the condition. Okay, after completion of this closed brace, it will again check the condition, and if the condition is true, again the sixth one will be statements were being executed, and after that 7, and again 8 will be the condition. So this will be repeated until this condition becomes false. So the control will enter into this particular loop only when the condition becomes true, and when the condition becomes false, The control will never into this loop. So this is called a while loop, and this is one of the control structure which we call it as a iterative statements. So every time the statements are being executed is called as an iteration. So one time the statements are being executed is called iteration. So if these statements are executed 5 times, we call it as a 5 iterations. So that we have already discussed in our previous session. That means the explanation of for loop, right? So hope you understood this while loop, and now let us move on to the system. I'll show the demonstration of this particular while loop in RStudio. So let's move on to the system. Hello friends, so just now we have seen the complete syntax of a while loop. Now we'll see the implementation part. So let us open the RStudio, and then we'll remove the complete existing data, and then we'll start. So let us take the initialization of a loop variable. I'll take the loop variable as I, and I'll initialize to 0, and now I'll write the while, and now I have to write the condition. We'll write the condition as I less than 5. That means whenever I becomes less than 5, then immediately the control will enter into the loop. So whenever this condition becomes false, then that means whenever the value of I becomes greater than 5, immediately the control will exit from the loop, right? So here I am giving the body of the loop, so I'll give print I, and I need to update the variable. Every time I need to update the variable, because if you are not updating the variable, it may lead to the continuous execution, that means the infinite loop, because I value will be 0 initially. So 0 less than 5, it is a true, so this statement will be executed. And if you are not updating the loop variable automatically for every time 0 is less than 5, that means every time the condition becomes true only, then it may lead to the infinite loop, right? There is no termination. So here I need to update the variable. So I am updating the variable with 1. So after one iteration I becomes 1, after second iteration I becomes 2, after third iteration I becomes 3. So every time we are checking the condition with the change updated variable. So at one particular time the I value will be automatically greater than or equal to 5. So at that position, so the loop will be terminated, right? So this is a simple code to display the complete details. So let us execute. Source, you can see it will start from 0 to 4. If you go with a less than or equal to 5, and if you go with a 1, so it will display the complete details from 1 to 5. And let us take if it is 10 or if it is a 5, and if it is greater than or equal to 0, right? And here we need to decrease the value, so you can observe the complete details will be repeated. I mean, from first iteration 5 will be printed, in the second iteration 5 will be updated to 4, and the 4 will be checked with the condition, and it will be repeatedly executed. So here, instead of taking this one, we can read one value here. Okay, I'll take n is equal to as dot integer of read line, enter value of n, right? And here we need to take a loop variable as a 0, and let us take some I greater than or equal to I less than or equal to n, right? And here you can simply go with this one, so that we can prompt, we need to update it. So execute. So we have to enter the value of n. If I give it as a 10, we'll get the complete values from 0 to 10, because here we have started with a 0. So go with a 1. So simply you can go with 20. If you go with the 20, it will display all the values from 1 to 20. And if you go with the 100, it will display the complete elements from 1 to 100. What happens if you are unable to write the updation? So we said that it may lead to infinite loop, right? So let us take some 4, and you can see, so it was keep on printing 1, because we are not updating the I value. Always I value will be 1, and always n value will be 4, right? So I less than or equal to n, that means a 4, right? So simply what happens here, so it will be keep on moving, so there is no updation of the loop variable. So you can observe here, right? So this happens. So if you want to stop this infinite loop, just press escape so that it will be stopped. Again, we'll get the console. Now you can observe, so I is equal to I plus 1, and once again you can execute the value. So let us give some 10 and we'll get the values from 1 to 10. So if you don't know how many iterations we required in the logic, in such cases we are going to use this while loop. Okay, if you know the number of iterations we required for the logic, we can simply go with the for loop. If we doesn't know the how many iterations it will take for our logic, then we'll go with this while loop, right? So hope you understood the implementation of while loop in R programming. So let's stop here, and if you are having any doubts regarding this while loop, feel free to post your doubts in the comment section. Definitely I will try to clarify all your doubts. If you really enjoyed my session, like my session, share my session with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching. Thank you very much.